Howdy. Welcome back to another video. It is the 4th of November. It's 3:40 p.m. in the afternoon. Welcome back. I've got a poem here called Coping by Audre Lorde. Audre Lorde, if anybody's interested, is a feminist and a poet. I think she's like a socialist and mother warrior who dedicated her life and talents to confronting different forms of injustice, as she believed there could be no hierarchy of oppression among those who share the goals of liberation and a workable future for our children. She's an American poet. So yeah, we'll read this poem, Coping, and we'll do a small summary, a reflection. Coping. It has rained for 5 days running. The world is a round puddle of sunless water, where small islands are only beginning to cope. A young boy in my garden is bailing water out from his flower patch. When I ask him why, he tells me, young seeds that have not seen sun forget and drown easily. Coping. I like this poem. I think the last two lines kind of stood out to me. That young seeds that have not seen the sun forget and drown easily. I think what I like about it so much is the idea of teaching those around us and sharing knowledge and sharing your experiences in order to help someone grow. I think I have developed a lot of, I think maybe more self-awareness by doing these videos and talking to a lot of people, and made friends out of it who have shared their poems with me, shared their stories, experiences, how they reflected on it, why it was so important to them. And I feel as if I take some of their lessons and I kind of put them into my pocket, and it essentially becomes part of my being. And where I get it, like when I'm reflecting on this poem, is that young seeds have not seen sun forget and drown easily. Is I think about like that a lot of lessons that we learn. Oh, when I think about society as a whole, I often find that we're constantly reminded of things like material things. And I know it's going to be corny when I say that out loud, but there's so many valuable lessons in the most basic things that you don't need to spend money or time on, that you can grow from. I'm trying not to make this difficult to explain by throwing out a lot of words, but I like that with the relationships that I've built and the knowledge that I've taken from a lot of these poems, I feel as if like I see like a lot of my views have been challenged, and so I feel like when I get challenged, light gets like shone on the weaknesses of the certain perspectives that I had. And when the sun hits those, I'm able to identify what's weak, and I'm able to cut it off. And then the ones that I want to become part of my character grow. And a lot of the poems that I've read often have the same message. They often have the same theme, and I often come to the same conclusion. But I like continuously repeating that for myself. And I don't know if people watching this are getting over fucking some of the themes and the topics, but I like it. And I like doing this video thing, and I didn't know I could do it for so long either. And I'm so glad that I have a way to connect with people in my life that like listening in and like sharing their experiences with me. It's really don't know. It's quite nice. There's a nice feeling that overcomes my body. It makes me feel more connected with him. So, yeah. No, I kind of dribbled on a bit there, but yeah, that was a really good poem. Young seeds that have not seen the sun forget and drown easily. I think it's important to continuously balance water and the sun. It's all a cycle of nature and nurture, and it's important that we get our views challenged. It's important that our values are continuously growing and expanding, and sometimes those values change over time, and that's okay. You just have to figure out which ones are worth keeping, which ones are the ones you want to be part of your makeup. But yeah, it's part of the human experience. So yeah, Audre Lorde, that's coping. Cheers for tuning in. Deuces. I'll see you guys tomorrow.